What is 12 times negative 2? Trenton. Get your whiteboards out, folks. I want the answer. 12 times negative 2. What's it going to be, Miss Reagan? Negative 24. You are correct. What is 4 times negative 6? What's that going to be, Miss Jillian? Negative 24. Do number 3 on your whiteboard. I have negative 7 times negative 5 times negative 4. Showdown. Okay, you should have an answer of negative 140. Many of you had that as a positive. Here's the question. Thinking of our song, negative times negative is going to give you a positive, and positive times negative is going to give you a negative. It had to be a negative answer. I have an odd number of negatives multiplied. It will always be negative. Okay? Trenton?
How did you get negative 140?
What I did first was I said negative 5 times negative 4 is 20. And 20 times negative 7 is a negative 140. Okay? Tanner.
So you can keep the video under the 15-minute requirement. Shouldn't you only start recording when we're doing new stuff?
No, I want the whole lesson,
Okay.
if at all possible. We saw this yesterday. It's just the rule. Negative times negative is always
Positive.
If my signs are different, it is always going to be a
Negative.
Okay. Now, evaluate, which means to solve, parentheses negative 3, close parentheses squared. What is this truly asking you to square?
3.
What number is it saying to square? Negative 3. Because the parentheses say keep the negative sign with the 3. Negative 3 times negative 3 is 9. If you got 9, you're correct. Look at the second one. Do the second one. If I was to read that, that is the opposite of 2 cubed. Okay, put your boards down. Don't erase. Negative 8 is the correct answer. If somebody got a negative 6, what did they do wrong? If somebody got negative 6, why is that wrong? Why is that wrong, Gabriel?
They end up multiplying 2 times 3 instead of 2 times 2 times 3.
Right. Negative 2 cubed is not negative 6. Okay? Because this is saying the opposite of 2 times 2 times 2. Okay? That's where the negative 8 comes from. Do number negative 4 cubed. Negative 4 cubed. You have a cube. No. Showdown. Okay, the correct answer, now hang on a minute. The correct answer is this, but is it positive or negative? And why? Is it positive or negative and why? Aaron? Aaron says negative, why? Absolutely correct. Those parentheses say keep the negative with the 4 when you cube it. Okay, when you multiply it. Evaluate. We ought to be getting pretty quick here. What's it telling me to multiply? That's what it's saying to multiply. Showdown. Look what I'm multiplying. Negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 has to be a negative 8. I have an odd number of negatives. If I needed to prove that, negative 2 times negative 2 is 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. There's my proof. Okay? Number 12. What is it telling me to multiply here? What's it telling me to multiply? What's it telling me, Savannah?
Negative 6 times 6 times 6.
Right. It's saying the opposite of 6 times 6 times 6. What do I get when I multiply those all together? 6 times 6 is 36. Times 6 more is 216. But then I got to keep the negative symbol, don't I? Yep. Good.
I'm confused.
Who's confused? Okay.
6 is 36, but then comes
And 36 times 6 is 216. But then I got to apply the negative symbol. Let's apply this to a real world application.
6 times 6.
Okay. The bar graph shows the number of taxis a company has in service. The number of taxis decreases by the same amount each year for 4 years. Find the total change in the number of taxis. How many is it dropping each year? How many fewer taxis does the chart say per year?
50.
50. So a negative 50. How many years am I tracking this? 4 years. Is that going to tell me the total number of taxis of the change?
Yes.
Okay. So what's the total change? What is the total change? Mr. Cooper.
Negative 200.
Equals negative 200 or 200 less taxis. If you say negative 200, you've still got to throw the word taxis on it. Okay? Because that would tell me that it's losing 200 taxis in 4 years. That's a lot. That's a huge loss. I hope they didn't have wrecks.
Probably not. It's probably Uber.
My parents, they love it.
I've never been
Okay.
to that place.
One more. A manatee population decreases by 15 manatees each year. If it decreases, what kind of a 15? What's my integer going to represent?
Negative.
So this should be a negative 15 each year. For how many years? 3 years. What's the total change? What's the problem going to look like? How are you going to determine it, John? Okay, but how would I work it though? Negative 15, do what with the 3? Add it or multiply it? Negative 15 times 3. How many manatees Is the population changing, Bob? How many? What's the total change there, Paige?
5.
What's that really telling us about the manatees?
That they're dead.
Yeah. Yeah, the population is decreasing. Could that lead to an extinction problem?
Yes.
In a
Yes,
long
we could.
time.
Okay. Any questions?
No.
There's your assignment.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
That's not that bad.
That's small.
No, it depends.